Welcome to the Automation Technologies RS Logix 500 training series. This is Russell White, and I'll be leading you through some short examples on programming in this platform. Alright, in this section I would like to talk about and give a brief introduction of the RS Logix 500 menuing system, some of its windows, and just kind of an overview of how to use the system. We'll talk a little bit about our menu options that we have. File, edit, some of them you'll notice are very similar to what you'd expect in any Windows program. We have the project window that we'll need to have some discussions on and how to use it and what you can expect there. The ladder window, which is where you'll spend the majority of your time in your programming environment. And then, of course, some of the toolbars that you'll find handy and find useful for your programming capabilities. First, let's discuss the menu system in the program. As I mentioned before, you'll find that the menu system is similar to a menu system that you would find in any Windows program. We have the file menu where you can open, close programs, save, and do things like that. But also you'll notice down here there's report capabilities and the ways to set up your reporting. We'll go over that in a future lesson. The edit, primarily these commands are related to programming and doing changes, adding rungs, and doing things like that down in your programming logic. I think you'll find that this is not a menu. This is not the way you'll want to do those. There's easier ways to do that. You can also do things like access revision notes and do some other more advanced things that we'll get into and we'll discuss a little bit later. On the view, this is where you can control what toolbars are shown, and you can actually do zooming in, and you'll notice a zooming out of your ladder and some nice little things like that. Searching, we'll get into this in a future lesson where how you can find, you can do replaces. Advanced diagnostics is a very useful function for getting around your program quickly and of course going to rungs directly. Communications. The communications in the SLIC sometimes can be a little tricky. You can have some issues that some of these ideas and some of these things right here are some of these options will make it so that you can work around some of the issues that might come and allow you to communicate with the processor. In the tools, you'll notice that there's different things like database. You can import and export your database for your tag descriptions or for your rung descriptions. In the Windows area, you'll find that you can arrange your windows and some preset arrangements. You can also, I guess this also lets you grab your project window and go to your ladder window. Now if you have them arranged like I have them arranged right now, obviously that doesn't do you a whole lot, but if one was hidden behind, then you can come here and grab a window and bring it to the forefront. And then of course the help is the last menu option, and this is similar to any kind of Windows program help. You can get bring up your help files or bring up different help things that can help you learn the program, but also you have instruction help, and the instruction help is very useful in being able to find an instruction that you might be looking for, or to be able to understand better how an instruction could be used in your program. What I'd like to talk about a little bit now is your project window over here on the left side of your screen. The project window is set up very much like, for instance, a Windows Explorer, where you would have you'd have file folders, and you'd have files in that file folder. Instead of files, we have, say, for example, a controller folder, and we have where you can actually configure or look at properties or be able to manipulate the actual controller that you're working with. We also have a help folder, and that's kind of obvious. It has different help files and information. I prefer to just use this menu item up here and let that be where I get my help at, or F1 key, things like that, that you're just standard Windows items that you're used to using. It is available there. I've never used it at that place. But we also have program files. This is a very important file option. It stores your different ladder logic files. This is where your actual program code is. This main correlates with what you see over here, which is the program code that's showing over here to the right. This is where all your program code is stored, is in program files. We also have, I'm going to minimize this, we also have data files. Data files are also a very important item that you'll need over here in this project window. This is where you have your different access to your different data files for creating data files, output, input bits, status files. You can see that you can create and have many different files that are located in this section. The other thing we'd have here is you have access to your force files. You can force outputs, force inputs with these. Custom data monitors, custom graphical monitors, and recipe monitors are, and the trends also, are things we're really not going to get into. They are located here. You can manipulate them, but that's something I'm not going to get into explaining a whole lot. I want you to see where they are, and we'll try to get into that in a later lesson. Database, once again, I really don't work with my database at this location. I generally will do any kind of database manipulations that I might have, whether exporting or importing, either here or just directly in the logic or through other avenues. But it is as an access point at that point where you can manipulate your database and open up things. And just as an example, let's go to a data file actually. We'll go to a data file and say a timer data file. If I double click on this, it gives me direct access to the timers in that T4 file. And so I can actually look through, I can see the symbols. If there's an symbol defined, I can see a description. Now this doesn't have a description. And I can go into the properties of that file also. So this is what the usefulness of these data files, and the same thing with the program files. I could double click on that and bring up the file in this window over here. In fact, if I want to double click on scaling, now you can see I have my scaling in my main brought up there so that I could be able to do manipulations on it.